It's Tuesday, January 13th.
This is the next stage of what the Prime Minister has been after since, again, back in about June of 2025.
Prime Minister Mark Carney will get his chance to open up trade with China as he leaves for his visit today.
We've been booking in less dogs during the day, which again, affects income for the business.
People in Calgary still being urged to reduce water use, with levels once again rising above unsustainable as crews work to repair a ruptured water main.
Basically at around 620,000.
A high-end Ferrari, one of 8 luxury cars taken by a group of thieves who smashed their way into a showroom in Oakville, Ontario.
I don't support speed cameras. I don't find that there's any evidence they actually change driver behavior.
And there's a debate over installing speed cameras in Nova Scotia. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. Hi.
Kels.
Hello.
Jumping the gun there, Kels.
I'm sorry. That was all me.
It is great to see both of you, the whole crew, and thanks for joining us this morning. Let's talk about Prime Minister Mark Carney. He will be in Prince Rupert, BC today before heading to China. And while he's in BC, the Prime Minister will meet with coastal First Nations to talk about major projects. Now, coastal First Nation leaders are opposed to proposed pipeline projects, saying they were not properly consulted before Ottawa signed that deal with Alberta. As for the visit to China, Ottawa is expecting progress, but not necessarily a breakthrough on tariffs.
This has been a building block process. I'm confident there will be outcomes and deliverables.
China hit Canada with tariffs on canola, pork, and seafood after Canada put a 100% tariff on Chinese-made EVs. However, the two countries may be more open to cutting a deal as they look to diversify trade from the U.S. Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Friday. This, by the way, first visit to China by a Canadian Prime Minister in almost 10 years. Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe will also take part in some of the meetings in China. Now, ahead of the Prime Minister's visit to China, 2 Liberal MPs have cut short a sponsored visit to Taiwan. MPs Helena Jasic and Marie-France Lalonde say they are leaving early based on advice from the government, adding this doesn't change Canada's stance on Taiwan. Statistics Canada is cutting hundreds of jobs. The layoffs will begin this week with 100 immediate layoffs. The federal agency confirms it is entering into a workforce adjustment period, impacting about 850 positions and 12% of its executive team. Last fall, Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne said the Canadian Public Service had grown too big. The Liberals are looking to reduce the size of the service from its peak of more than 367,000 employees in March 2024 down to 330,000 by the year 2029. Well, people in Calgary are still being told and urged to follow restrictions as water use rises to unsustainable levels again.
As we refill this pipe and bring it back up to pressure, there's still a real chance that we could see another break.
It has been 2 weeks since the Bears Paw South Feeder main broke. The pipe has now been fixed. Systems are slowly coming back online, but officials say after trending down for one day, water usage in the city has jumped back up to 505 million litres. And officials are telling everybody a sustainable level to refill the underground reservoirs is 485 million litres or less. The city is continuing to ask everybody cut down on showers, toilet flushing, and to only run full loads of laundry and dishes. A suspect connected to that $20 million gold heist at Pearson Airport, remember that, in 2023? Well, somebody's been arrested, another one. Police say Arslan Chowdhury was arrested yesterday after landing in Toronto from Dubai. His arrival and arrest, they were actually prearranged. Chowdhury is now facing charges, including theft over $5,000. 10 people have now been charged in connection to the heist. Most of the stolen gold has not been recovered. And how about this? 8 luxury cars worth a total of $2 million were stolen right out of a showroom in Oakville. Watch this.
A lot of stories. I've been in this business for over 40 years. And to see it finally hitting you is quite upsetting.
So here's the security video showing the thieves smashing through a glass door at the dealership. They managed to clear out every single car in the showroom. Everyone. The cars taken include 2 Porsches, 3 Mercedes, 2 BMWs, a $600,000 Ferrari. This happened early Sunday morning. Nobody was in the showroom at the time. Police say the theft may be linked to organized crime. 3 of the stolen cars have been recovered. Speed cameras could soon be installed in Nova Scotia neighborhoods.
In the past month, I've had 3 near misses where I've almost been hit in the sidewalk, walking my dog, and also carrying my 4.5-month-old son.
The topic of speed cameras came up at a public meeting where dozens of people spoke about excessive speeding on Waverley Road in Dartmouth. As we know, there's a lot of debate over the technology behind these speed cameras. Ontario removed them back in November. Dartmouth East Councillor Tony Mancini says increased enforcement would be the ideal solution, but there just aren't enough officers. He says speed cameras are the next best option, but it will be another 8 to 12 months before people can expect to see them on the roads. There are now more threats from the U.S. president over the situation in Iran. In response to the deadly crackdown on anti-government protests, U.S. President Donald Trump says countries who do business with Iran will now face a 25% tariff on American trade. China is Iran's largest trading partner and says it will protect its rights and interests. A U.S.-based human rights agency says at least 646 people have been killed in 2 weeks, and the number of people detained now sits at more than 10,000 people in Iran. Today, the country eased some restrictions, allowing people to make phone calls abroad for the first time in days, but the country has not eased restrictions on the internet or texting either. NASA's Artemis Mission 2, there it is, could launch in less than a month. Possible launch dates start February 6th, running until the end of April. Each date has a launch window that lasts for a couple of hours. This is the first crewed mission of the Artemis program and NASA's first trip back to the moon since 1972. I think they're just circling it, though, right? The crew will include Canada's Jeremy Hansen, who's poised to become the first non-American to go beyond Earth's lower orbit. NASA's warning delays are possible. Artemis 1 was delayed 3 times before launch. Here's a good reminder to always believe in yourself, no matter what challenge is in front of you. This tiny muntjac deer didn't think twice. Look at this.
You're on a rhino.
Whoa, whoa. Took on an Indian rhino and kind of won. Oh my gosh, rhino. Look at that. This is at a zoo in Poland. The deer seem to have been unfazed, I guess. The zoo posted this video with the caption, "Somebody probably forgot to look in the mirror this morning." According to zookeepers, the rhino is very gentle and treated the encounter as a fun game. In case you're wondering, the zoo says these animals share an enclosure. I was wondering. In order to mimic their natural habitat.